NBA refs, come on to the front. Let us make you famous. Let's be real. The 2026 NBA playoffs, man, they've been weak as well water. And I'm about to tell you why.
Do you dig what I'm saying? We all famous. I drop my top right now and this big old brainless. Mama, I made it.
You listening to the latest episode of the We Are Famous show. I'm your host, Simbo, and that's my homie, CL. What up, man? What you got going on?
When you say weak as well water, what that mean? For people who don't know about well water.
I mean, you tell us what it means. You from the bottom to the bricks to the bottom. You tell us what it means, man. You know what I'm saying? The flow is not that strong.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The flow is not that strong. You know, but look, I just ran the clip. And that's the part that really got people heated right now. Austin Reaves, he was caught on camera, laying it to the ref. I mean, just straight out cussing him out. Call him the P word. What's the P word?
We'll see.
Hey, and ain't nothing happened. Now, imagine if that was, Dillon Brooks. Imagine if that was Draymond Green. We'd be talking about a 2-game suspension in the playoffs right off the ripper.
Well, thing is, with those two guys right there, when you got a reputation of saying fuck shit, you get fuck shit in return. Austin Reaves ain't known for that. Hey, man, you get favoritism. Certain players get favoritism based on their reputation. Those guys got a bad reputation already, so they don't get favoritism.
This is where I think the public is misinformed. Austin Reaves is very verbally abusive to the referees. This is not his first time. It's just the time he got caught on camera. You understand what I'm saying? And like you say, I don't want to make it a racial thing, but it's other players in this league. Jaylen Brown, we're going to get to him. I want you to go there. Yeah, we're going to get to him. He just said something that got fined $500K. If this video is going to drop today, Friday, if Austin Reaves is not received a fine, we got a problem. Because there's a clear double standard at this point. It's villains versus the Golden Boys. Because he didn't even receive a tick.
You know what Austin Reaves played for?
Do you? I know.
The Los Angeles Lakers, one of the winningest organizations in NBA history. So
not lately,
but still,
with your king, Larry with your king.
With the Los Angeles Lakers on TV, somehow asses and seats and the ratings are up. So it makes for great TV for that team to be in the finals. So man, now what would it be if they suspend Austin Reaves right now, even though Lakers already don't have a chance? OKC a small market, but they're the defending champs. But even though they don't have a chance, suspending Austin Reaves without Luka Doncic and just have a LeBron James have to goddamn put the crown on and carry everything on his shoulders. Who you think gonna watch that knowing already what's about to happen? And you got two of your best players on the court. Who gonna watch that?
Let me see top of your head again. Bend down again. Let me see. Yeah, okay, crown. I'm glad you said that. I'm not asking for his suspension. He should get fined. I'm not saying he should get suspended. I'm saying if that was Brooks or Draymond Green, they would have got fined and suspended. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying Reeves should get suspended.
Year's NBA Finals. And the Lakers wanted to spend a little extra time with the officials before heading to the locker room. 125-107 the final. Thunder win it over LA.
But I just ran another clip. The whole Laker team, including your king, including Austin Reaves, who just finished calling the ref a P word, had a team meeting with the entire referee team after the game. Where they do that at?
That's where you got real fool. That's where you got real pull right there. That show you how much pull the Kane got in this league right now. Even though he's 41 years old, he still make them bow down when you because of my town. And then he was in his town, but he's making them bow down.
Okay, hold on. He actually didn't say nothing, man. You know, he put his boy out there front because he know he want him to catch the heat. Hey, man, one thing I can say about LeBron James, he's not playing checkers. He's playing chess. He's playing chess. He used Austin Reaves as the crash dummy. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, Reaves need to get, he need to get fined, bro. Look, the playoffs have been struggling this year, and it all comes back to the referees. Jaylen Brown, you told me about this the other day. I didn't even see the clip, but Jaylen Brown, he stepped to the mic recently, called out flopping, you know, and flopping has become a plague in the league. But the real issue, it ain't just the acting, the flopping. It's the inconsistencies that the referees on how they calling it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, that's all I'm saying. The thing I'm coming with this whole show is about the standard. You know, when you have a sport like boxing, the ref is a standard. It's certain things you can't do in boxing. Each boxer is called the same way. It's a fairness to the game. The way the NBA is being ref right now, it depends on which particular game you're looking at and which particular star player is playing. Calls are leaning a certain way.
And back to my king. So because my king is built up like a Greek god, he don't get the same calls as a smaller person. Because if you watch the games, he gets bumped and hit a lot. Even though he do a lot of complaining, he still
a lot of complaining. He does a lot of complaints. Right. It depends. Depending on the name on the back of your jersey, the refs are either go swallow the whistle or they go blow the whistle every time you stumble, which leads me into the next group of people. Again, let's talk about Brunson and SGA. It's a double standard. The same person, Jaylen Brown, he mentioned that on that offensive play, when you push off with that off arm, you know what I'm saying? He gets called for an offensive foul every time. That's SGA. That's his move. That's what the youngsters call. That's with him going in the bag. That's him going in the bag with him pushing off. That never gets called as an offensive foul against SGA or big body Brunson.
Like there's an inconsistency and is there. You know what I mean? You call me for all these offensive fouls. You know, that's not the reason why we lost, but Shea about to win his second MVP with the same move. So I'm like, I'm trying to do the same thing everybody else doing.
So that's what I'm saying. Set a standard. So if that play is legal, make it legal for everybody. See, people was looking at Brown like he was complaining and whining, especially you saying he got kicked out the playoffs. But he was being he mentioned the flopping, but he was more talking about that. See, you just caught the headline. You know, you ran with the clip. We was talking about that yesterday. You just ran with the clickbait. But what he was really talking about is to just make a standard. If that's an offensive foul, it's an offensive foul. We'll go in our bag and do something else. But if SGA do it every time and Brunson do it every time and they get away with it, as soon as I do it, it's not fair.
That's definitely something the league need to work on because for one, for every game, you don't have the same referee. So certain referees let certain things pass, same way with fouls. Certain referees get away with it. So that need to be a league thing where they get all these referees together and be on one accord. If they ain't on one accord, it's going to be those particular problems because some referees let you get away with stuff, some referees don't. So in this case, Jaylen Brown must have the referees that's not letting him get away with that.
So for all my younger fans that's 25 and under, one accord. I know this is Deacon Lewis. You know, y'all don't understand that terminology. What he's trying to say is they need one standard.
Yeah.
That's what he's trying to say. That's just the deacon in him. You know what I'm saying? He go to the Revolutionary Baptist Church over there off West Montgomery. So don't pay him no mind. What he's saying is standard. That they need one standard. You know.
I actually know New Bright Star Missionary Baptist Church, Pastor Senator Robbins. But go ahead.
So, based on what we're saying, it raised a massive question for the fans, us, the fans. Are we watching a fair game? Are we watching a league that protects certain players and brands and all that? Like you just mentioned, it's the Lakers. This is SGA. Are we protecting certain players and brands? Hey man, I don't want to watch a game with double standards. If a role player gets fouled, he got fouled. He can't make his free throws.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all this take foul, all these little different rules that they putting in, trying to change the ebbs and flow of the game. Man, I am a basketball fan, man. You know, that's what I love. You love boxing. I love basketball. Right now, the game is just it's weak as well water. I'm going back to that. It's weak as well water. Deacon Lewis. Hey,
Well, one thing I like to say, hallelujah, since she called me a deacon, the doors of the church is open. I like to thank my king, LeBron James, for letting the white people be on forefront. He let his coach crash out. He let Austin Reaves crash out. And then when they asked him about it, he say, we down 2-0. Yeah, they got the complexion for the protection, and he don't. So he did the right thing by saying we down 2-0 and let them go out there on the forefront and get them fines or whatever they gonna get. Yeah,
man, what was hilarious about the team meeting? He was just standing back looking, and Austin Reaves was just tearing into the ref. And I was like, ching, 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 ching. And man, if that man, you know, hey man, I don't want nobody to lose their money. But I'm looking at other people lose their money for way less. Jaylen Brown. If Reeves don't get a hefty fine for this, man, look, man, at the end of the day, all we asking for as fans is a set standard of rules. So when we turn on a game on the plethora of these networks that y'all on, I still can't find, well, it took me 5 minutes to find out what the game was last night. It shouldn't matter if you're a superstar or a role player. The rules need to be the same for everyone to ensure fair play. They do that in every other sport. Why does the NBA have to be like this? And if y'all are going to have a scripted performance, the refs need to get with the star players, need to get with the organization, just like in the WWE, and practice y'all script so it at least look real.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But hey, that's just me, man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm tripping, but I don't think so. So what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. Are the refs ruining the postseason? Or is this just part of the new Martin game? Hit us up in the comments. This has been the We Are Famous show. I'm Simbo. That's CL. Remember, you got to subscribe to get notified because we are famous.
Acer, no chaser. Yeah.
Bitch, we told him.